But Yashwant Deshmukh, to pull you in on this, and we'll ask our producers back in to put out the graphics on the political stock exchange, the numbers that we had last night, which was a snap poll conducted by India Today and CVoter, and that one question that was asked on who is the true inheritor of Brand Thackeray. And it did seem to suggest those numbers, and let's play those numbers out from the political stock exchange last night in favor of the Thackeray brothers, because if, let's play those numbers out. Can we get those numbers? All right, the question that was put forth, who is the rightful inheritor of the Thackeray brand? Yashwant Deshmukh, if you actually add up both Uddhav Thackeray and Raj Thackeray, it's advantage Thackeray's where the Marathi vote is concerned. But having said that, a larger question beckons. The inheritors of Brand Thackeray, as per the voters of Mumbai, seem to be the Thackeray brothers, but the brand in itself has been diluted over time. Does it have the same kind of influence? Not quite.
Well, yeah, I mean, and actually this makes sense when you just revisit what Sahil just mentioned, that, last time the performance of Devendra Fadnavis in the civic polls was not because BJP managed to win all the Gujarati-dominated seats or Hindi-dominated, but the 82 seats came in because they managed to win 40+ seats in the Marathi areas. And I have very short 2 points to make here, Preeti. Number one, let's not forget the fact, forget Mumbai. Let's talk about Marathi Maharashtra, that is outside Maharashtra. Since 2015 assembly election, BJP is the biggest party in the Marathi Maharashtra in terms of votes and in terms of seats for the last almost 11 years. That's a fact. So somehow when we try to overemphasize the Marathi Manus equation, we are almost kind of thinking as if Marathi voters do not vote for BJP. That's a wrong premise to start with. BJP is the biggest party of the Marathi voters for the last 11 years. That's a fact. Let's deal with that. Okay, number one. Number two, in which we just are not talking about the anti-incumbency. Please remember, even with the 84 seats for the first time, BJP actually gave outside support to Shiv Sena. They were not part of the BMC administration along with... So what has happened in the last few years, that the incumbency or the anger of things not getting done, which was equally shared by the BJP and the Shiv Sena together when they were in power, in the last term around, the sheer failure and the thing and the anger against of not things getting done has to be with Shiv Sena alone. So that is an important factor. So going by that parameter, yes, the poll shows Marathi sentiment is still largely with the Thackerays, no doubt. But it is not a one-way traffic. It is not at all a one-way traffic. And it's not just about if Shinde has a major share or Uddhav Thackeray has a major share. I think the 400-pound gorilla in the room, which people are not talking about in the Marathi leadership, is Devendra Fadnavis. He has single-handedly made himself as one of the most critical Marathi leader after, I guess, and Rajdeep can correct me, but I don't think that after Sharad Pawar, any other Marathi leader has created that kind of a domain for himself in Marathi politics or in Maharashtra politics, that he is either a king or a kingmaker. After Sharad Pawar, that kind of turf has been prepared only by Devendra Fadnavis. So we have to be careful, while, dealing with the Marathi equation and keeping Devendra Fadnavis out of that.
All right, Shankar, Aiyar, do you concur? Because at one point of time, we've so much of conversation around the Thackeray brothers coming in together, getting in the Marathi vote. How much will they get, and what if the Muslim vote combines with them? But the demography of Mumbai has changed over decades now. The Thackeray brothers might be the inheritors of the Brand Thackeray, as per at least with our snap poll seems to suggest. But our snap poll also suggests that most think that Brand Thackeray is not that relevant anymore.
Well, if Brand Thackeray was all that relevant to the voting pattern or influence over voters, then we would have seen it in the 2024 Lok Sabha elections and in assembly elections. Having said that, I would sort of issue a caveat for Yashwant that we should not celebrate the day before we reach the evening. So Mr. Fadnavis is definitely rising, definitely a leader of Maharashtra, and that has got much more to do with the way he looks at development rather than just the identity politics. And it's still a long way away. I think uh, we should hold our horse because that same
Okay.
persona did deliver in the Lok Sabha
Shankar, there's a
elections.
problem with your audio. We're going to try and correct that, and come back to you, because Shankar seems to suggest we still have to wait before we give that pedestal to Mr. Devendra Fadnavis of being the second most prominent Marathi leader post Sharad Pawar. But we're going to correct. Can we correct Shankar audio and go back to him? But Jayant Menkar, what do you think are the top 5 big factors, at least the ones we've put out where it comes down? A lot also will be, like Sahil and Rajdeep suggested, voter turnout. It will come down to the class divide where Mumbai is concerned.
Well, I accept that the Mamu factor, Marathi Muslim combined, will it be because Shinday's faction has left, and is there any gap? So the point is this: while we are saying there was a Mamu factor even in Lok Sabha elections, which gave 4 seats to Shiv Sena, but simultaneously 7% votes of MNS are also coming to Shiv Sena. So that is why, the gap, as the Shinde Sena has left, it will not be that wide. And then secondly, particularly from 5th of July till day before yesterday's rally, all these 2 days, I will mention that whether one will say not only Marathi Manus or Devendra Fadnavis has also reached Marathi Manus, whatever, but particularly the foreseeable Hindi, that particular thing on 5th of July, the unity among 2 brothers, which the Shiva Sainiks were waiting for 20 years, that particular incident, and after coming together, this will be the first election. So I accept that it's a do or die situation for the political career of both Uddhav and Raj, but particularly I find this thing of Hindi, that Hindi should be the language, the forcing Hindi language on 5th of July, and then day before yesterday's rally has put Thackeray brothers one step ahead. And though Congress has not joined hands with them, I feel whatever that happens, but Congress will support definitely to Thackeray brothers only when the time comes.
But Jayant Menkar, you say one step ahead, but is that step enough to draw a one step ahead in BMC elections?
Yes.
Is it enough?
Yes.
Do they have the stamina to carry it through? You're saying they do?
Yes. Because I find that Thackeray brothers are really one step ahead, particularly after day before yesterday's rally.
Okay. You're saying the last couple of days have been crucial to the rise of the Thackerays, especially where the Marathi vote bank is concerned. Important point that you make. Sudhir, Suryawanshi, do you concur? Rajdeep and Sahil will come back to you. Allow Sudhir, Suryawanshi to come up with his intervention.
See, if you see BJP and Uddhav Thakkare, Shiv Sena and MNS on paper, so definitely BJP is more stronger structurally, BJP is more stronger and resourceful, BJP is more stronger in its strength-wise. But if you see BJP in the context of 2017 election, that time, Devendra Fadnavis became a chief minister of Maharashtra. Ashish Sharar was the Mumbai BJP unit president. So under their leadership, BJP had made big jump from the 35 to 82. Almost there was only 2 seats different between the United Shiv Sena and the BJP. That time BJP was a very fresh party. Devendra Fadnavis' face was also very fresh and promising, and everybody was aspirant, as the Sahil said, aspirant class, affluent class, upper middle class, were saying something that Fadnavis will deliver something for the city. That was lacking, because I personally covered the BMC for a long time. Initially I used to see many Parsi faces as a corporator. In the meanwhile, there are many Marathi faces, and the later on I started seeing many North Indian faces in a large number. So it means that there is a big demographic change also. When the Subha Desai from the Uddhav Thakkare Shiv Sena, he lost against the Vidya Thakur. That time he lost by 6,000 first time. Second defeat was by 20,000. So it means that demography is also speedily changing. On the other hand, the Marathi Manus, both the Thackeray's are talking, and Marathi Manus is shifting where? The far flung of the Mumbai suburb, Vasai, Virar, Panvel, we don't know the locations also. So these are the factors.
Okay.